Roxy, are you being a mountain goat?
Good morning everyone, it's Vlogmas day 3 and I'm going to do my advent calendar. Where is number 2? Here we are. Oh, I thought it was empty for a second. Oh look, you've got little, so there's a reindeer and then a penguin. They are all the same shape though. Alex is a Scrooge and doesn't have an advent calendar this year, to be honest, because he would always forget to do it and then we'd end up with an advent calendar with loads of chocolate in it, and then I would empty it and put it in a bowl for him to eat, and then he wouldn't eat that, and then it would go in the bin.
Yeah. I just have a chocolate bar each day.
Yeah.
I need to change the...
Yeah, I'm on it.
Oh.
We need to change our gingerbread house. So how many sleeps is it? 23?
Well, it was whatever it was yesterday, and then you take one off. So, what's the number on there?
24.
And then what's 24 minus 1?
23.
Yay.
So we have 23 sleeps. Or is it 22 sleeps?
23. Yeah.
I'm feeling festive today. I really ought to have put red lipstick on. Have I got a little red lippy down here because I'm wearing red? This is like dark red. I do have like a bright red one. These are from Hourglass. These are the lipsticks that I use because sometimes people ask. I do have like a proper red one. So it's Monday today and it's a bit of an office morning. So Tom's going to be in a minute and then we're going to get our like admin, weekly plan, team meeting, that kind of stuff. And then this afternoon we're going to be making our garland. So it's going to be a festive afternoon. It was a gorgeous morning this morning. I got some shots of the sunrise. It was so beautiful. And it was that lovely crisp air. So it felt very, very festive and it was super quiet, which is lovely. I'm going to go next door. Do you like my little earrings? I feel like a turtleneck looks so nice with your hair up with pearls. I don't know why, something about it feels festive. You saw us the other day go and forage some of these broken branches. I think this is definitely the best way to do this. I have seen lots of different ways of using chicken wire to create kind of like a garland that you can use on your front porch or you can use above the fireplace. The way that I did the one in the fireplace is definitely how I'm going to do it every year from now. I used the fake garland and then added lots of extra foliage, and it's great because it just makes your life that much easier. And I've just got 2 nails in the wall, so that's definitely a really easy way to do it in your own living room, and then you don't need to get very much foliage because I literally used probably 2 or 3 chopped pieces from the base of the Christmas tree, which you can do if you get a Christmas tree, and that was it, and just some oranges and some pine cones. So it can be really simple but looks super effective. The thing that I loved the most this last year though was our branch that we had hanging in the middle of the kitchen. Lots of you also said that it was your favourite decoration in the house. So I just feel like I'm just going to do this every year. There are always storms here and there are always trees with fallen branches. So like we went yesterday, found all of these fallen branches on the side. I'm not 100% sure what type of tree this is. Is it a conifer? I don't know. It's quite wet is the only issue, but this is quite a good shape. I think it's a little bit smaller than last year. I'm gonna get up there and see what sort of size it's feeling like. And then I might just have a quick little look at what I did last year, but I'm pretty certain that I just attached lots of different bits with string. So I'm gonna do that on the table. I'm trying to remember how I did it. I don't think I did it up there. Maybe I did. But I want to hang it, see what it looks like. I want to bring it down, attach loads of pieces. I need to find some string and then add it and we can tweak it once it's up. And I think I'm going to do the same on the front door just because I love the way this looks. It looks very wild. I don't know if it's called a spray or it's called I guess it's not really a garland. It's kind of almost like a bit more of a display. I think that it would work really well outside. My only question mark is how to make sure it stays on the wall because it can get very windy. So I might ask Alex if he's got any genius ideas. Maybe we could like use some sort of wire to like really hook it on. But I just feel like it's going to be simpler than me trying to create a whole thing, and I think it will look really effective. So that's what I'm going to do today. I don't have any berries. Last year I had quite a few berries, so I might wander down the lane because I think on the lane up there are trees that always have berries on them, but I just have a feeling the reason I haven't got any is because there haven't been many this year, because it's been so stormy and so windy. I think a lot of them have fallen off, so it'll be a different look, but that's the fun of making them at home and DIYing them. So I'll show you how I do it. I've got all of my foliage here, and I've got so much of it because we're going to be doing wreaths as well, me, my mum and my sister at some point, probably next weekend. So I've got a really good amount, and it's amazing how when you're outside, you cut a few pieces and you're like, will this be enough? And you bring it inside and you're like, wow, that's loads. So you actually don't need very much at all. I'll insert a photo of what it did look like last year, so hopefully I can make it look as good this year. So I'm just going to move this stuff. Probably need to go get the ladder, to be honest, because the table's a little bit far. Let me give it a go. Oh, I also remembered, I also added foliage and bits to the chandelier, so I might do that as well, if I have time. So one of the nails has fallen out. I don't think that this is as big, because I think last year it reached all the way there, hence why there was a nail. And obviously this nail, so this is like not even a branch anymore, this is just extra foliage. So we just need a third nail there. I don't even think that should be attached. Quite like it just hanging like that, creates quite a nice shape. So I just have to, probably what I might do is put a couple nails in the beam. Can you see me? I'm going to put a couple nails in the beam so that we can have a string that properly attaches it, so it's not going to go anywhere. But not to worry, let's think about what side it's displaying. My only question mark is it too small? Is it long enough? Yeah, because last year it was very big. It went all the way. Obviously it's filled out because I filled it out with lots of stuff. This is making me really want to go get berries though, because this one has berries and the red really adds something. I'm just going to check the other twigs I've got outside. Okay, so I do have another branch. I thought this would be too big though, because it's very large. And it's also got quite a few pieces falling down. This one's potentially simpler. Whoop! Crikey. Can it go this way? Tempting to have it this way because, well, I think last year I did use ribbons to hang on to the, because that's quite, gosh, I'm marking the wall doing this because this is so wet. Can I rest you there without you falling? Okay, let's have a look at this. I think I would have to attach it with some ribbons a bit better. That one is good, but it's a bit rounded here. And I think if I try and attach it a little bit too harshly, it will pull at the nails and pull them out. A bit too curved. I think I'm just going to stick with this one, and this could potentially be used for the front door because I can make this one much bigger by attaching lots to it. So we have our big branch, and then we've got all of our bits and pieces. So I'm going to start adding these first. These were the chunks from the bottom of the Christmas tree. Often when you get your Christmas tree, they take off a few bits at the bottom for you, so ask them to keep it. And like I said, just chop bits off the bottom because these are really like full and green, so they fill out the gaps really well. So I'm going to start with that, and I'm going to use probably all of it because what do I want to use all of it? Because what about the front door? I'll save one. We'll see how we go. I feel like I'll save these pieces for the front door because I do have all of this beautiful. This is so full and lovely, the stuff I got down the road. So we can add these too. I'm annoyed I didn't buy any brown string for this. I thought I had some, but I do keep like ribbons. I always keep all string on any package. I have got this red stuff. I'm worried that will become messy looking and very visible. So probably my best bet is this stuff here, and I'll just cut it really close. I've got different colours. I'll go for the white probably. And I'll just chop it really close so you can't really see it. So that's quite good because I'm using up stuff I already have, but I do need to stock up on some brown string. You could also use wire if you have wire. But to be honest, like if you tie it tight and then chop it, you shouldn't be able to see it really, because it'll be hidden amongst all the foliage. I think there's multiple ways of doing this. Lots of people do it where they create bunches and they use a wire to continue, especially on a wreath in a circle. For this, I'm just going to create bunches and then attach it, because it's obviously like a straight line with lots of bits going on. And then I'm going to take a bit of holly, the less spiky holly. I'm going to add the very spiky holly at the end. I'm going to take a string and attach those three together. They're kind of layered on top of each other. Do a little knot. I wish you could smell this because it smells so good. So I'm going to tie it at the front once and then I'm going to tie it on the back, just because string is quite like tricky to keep tight. So we've got our bunch. Then I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to turn this over and attach to the branch and then pull it really, really tight. Do a double knot. And then, can you see? You've got that extra, the lighting is not helping me out. It's a lovely sunny day, but it's making it hard for the contrast. You can see there's that extra piece that adds some extra fullness, and you can attach it at different points as well, because I can see how that's kind of flopping over a bit. So I can take another bit of string and attach it a little bit further down, just so when I hang it up, everything isn't just hanging. And I find this incredibly relaxing. This is so much fun. I've said this to you before that I definitely would love to, I struggle to find the time with the garden to be honest, but I really would love to have my own cut flower garden so that I could do some more like floristry stuff. Because I do find I do love this a lot. I do find it very, very enjoyable. I'm going to use this because it's such a big piece. I can pop it here, and then a nice big chunky piece of this, and then some of this holly leaf that's not very spiky. I find that doing wreaths with spiky holly is just really difficult. You have to use gloves, and then it's hard to use gloves and have your hands. So I tend to like doing it without the spiky holly, and then instead just shoving that in at the end. And I don't love the way it looks when there's loads of spiky holly anyway, so I'm sure lots of you are laughing at me calling it spiky holly. I'm sure there's different names for different holly. I'm going to tie it once this side. Just turn it over and then do it again on this side just to make sure it's nice and tight. You can see it resisting there. Gosh, it's hot today. See, my hands are veiny. I keep on wanting to wear like wintry outfits and then it becomes super hot, so I can't. Attach it to the branch, like that's where the other one starts, so it's a nice overlap about there. Get it in position on the branch under the other little sprigs. And in theory, you could also do this with just a completely bare branch. You don't even need to have a branch that's got anything on it. Obviously this one has nice extra foliage on it, but you could do it on a completely bare. I do love the way that the branch with the foliage though makes it look very organic and natural. So tie it there, pull it really tight. Really nice and tight there. Do a knot. And then because I've got extra, I might just loop it round again, just to make sure it's not going anywhere. Because these bits will be the kind of building blocks of the whole thing, so I want them to be really secure. So I can shove loads of extra stuff on top. Okay. So that's already looking way more full. Beautiful. So we have quite a good base looking a lot more full. I just wanted to add some ivy. I can go get more of this, but I've been seeing more ivy just in people's Christmas decorations this year. Hill House Vintage on Instagram, her Instagram account, if you're not already following it, is just the dream. And she had ivy everywhere in her home, and I just thought it was magical. And she had this video where she like plucked it off of the side of her house and brought it in, and it was just lovely. So I'm just gonna chuck some of these sprigs in, then I'm gonna put it up there, and we may go on a little stroll to go get some berries, because I feel like it needs red. It really did add something. So I'm just gonna slot this into those little strings, and it's quite useful because you have them there to slot in. I'm sure there's much more technical ways of doing this, but to be honest, I'm very lazy. So you probably noticed when I did the garland in the living room, I can't be bothered to do things properly because this is so like, it's not gonna last that long. I don't see the point in really putting loads and loads of time finessing it. These ivy bits as well, I'm just gonna leave like properly like hanging and long, and we can adjust them once it's up. They just slot right in really easily. Okay, so we're going to interrupt because Alex is down the hall for our vegan supermarket taste test tomorrow that we're filming. That made me laugh. Why does it look like that?
Okay.
This
That's very impressive.
mushroom bao buns. Oh, that's quite fun.
Some of this is for me making bread. Actually, this isn't a very good bag. This though.
Oh.
Tiny Christmassy treat.
Very cute.
Again, you're going to enjoy that.
Oh my gosh, wow.
I mean, a lot of this bag is party food. But
That's fine.
your favourites?
Yeah, save those for Christmas. You know, they're sending me this.
Oh!
Yeah.
Well,
but it won't arrive in time, so I do want to try it for
I
the
really
video.
wanted to have it yesterday with all the veg. And
Yeah. Okay, that's enough. You have to stay tuned.
oh wait, one more for you.
Oh wow, that's fun. So we'll film this tomorrow, so make sure you're subscribed. Oh my gosh, Roxy.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, make sure you're subscribed. I know lots of you watch and you aren't subscribed, or you don't have the notification bell switched on. So for Vlogmas, subscribe and then like the video and hit the notification bell so you can make sure you're watching every day. Okay, can you help me?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh.
Hey, I'm walking here. Alright, can you move that stuff out the way? I've just gone ahead of myself. Yes. Just drag it down.
Cold tea.
Quickly, I'm holding this, it's heavy.
I can't move things. Don't blame me for your lack of preparation. Am I going up here?
No, it's okay.
Sure?
Well, actually, yes.
Only got one sock on.
So you hold the weight of it. Just trying to think, so...
No time for thinking.
No. Lift it up further. Okay, let go. Oh gosh, this is already coming out. Let go. Is that number one in the middle? Ish.
Because it's quite long on the right.
Yeah, but is it kind of in the middle?
Not quite. Maybe a bit to the left. Not by much.
So I need to move where the ribbon is. Is it quite far over?
Well, it's good, like if it's sagging, it's almost kind of.
The reason I think that actually, now I'm thinking that you're wrong. Sorry, because the reason I wanted it I don't want to pin that side up because I like it hanging. So okay, can you stand up there and hold it up for me, just so I can see if I like it or not. Yeah, I don't like it. Sorry.
You want some sort of video, do you?
I really want to get hops. I swear it's this time time of year you're supposed to get them. The video's been recording this whole time. I've got to turn it off. Oh, that's not in the right position at all. Oh my god, my arm.
Call yourself a content creator. Ah.
Call yourself a videographer.
Call yourself our mother.
Why can't I get it right? Gosh. After doing the workout this morning, my arms are on fire.
Should have thought of that really, shouldn't you?
I have very few opportunities to use fabric scissors and then I never use them when I should.
You get mad when other people use them on non-fabric
Well,
items.
that's never happened. Because if they did, I would probably murder them.
Oh, and yet I'm still alive.
Have you?
So I use it for Christmas
No,
presents.
you don't.
I do, because
Alex, no you don't.
I thought that's what you used for paper.
No. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's looking really, really lovely. You could leave it like that. That's quite lovely, really, because it's just very green, deep. But I want to add some other tones. So I'm going to add the eucalyptus, and like I said, I'm going to hurry on up the road. I also do quite like using pretty ribbon because you can see that touch of ribbon there, which is nice. And I do think the ivy is great. Like, look at how it makes it look all wild and wonderful. And last year I left this up for a while. I think I left it up for most of winter because it doesn't feel so Christmassy that you can't leave it there. It kind of looks like a floral display because it's not really a garland. I don't know what you call it, but because it's hanging above on the beam, it just kind of looks like a floral display rather than super, super Christmassy, and it's not got lights in it. So it just looks like a winter display. I really want to get hops for our kitchen, so let me know when you actually get them, when you order them, because I've always wondered, I'm assuming it's in winter. When do people replace their hops? Because I swear I saw a video yesterday of her saying, oh, this is the time of year where things get really messy, and she had a picture of her hops. So I feel like maybe it is now that people remove them and they get them in spring or like winter. Let me know, because I'd love to put hops up there. That would look so cool. And I've said it ever since we've lived here and I've never done it.
Put them on the floor with like peanut shells as well, and monkey nut shells.
What?
And hay. That's what they do in old pubs.
Hops?
Yeah. They're hops.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When you go into the floor of an old pub, it's covered in that kind of thing.
No.
Yeah.
Hops is what you put on in cottages.
Okay,
You can put them on, well, I guess so, because like hops is in beer, right?
Yeah.
This is where we're at. I've added oranges. I still feel like it's missing the berries, but I guess it could be a bit more neutral. I cannot find the tool. We've got like an extendable tool that you can use to chop branches down. I know that berry tree is quite high up, so I don't know what the tool is, but what I'm going to do tomorrow on my dog walk, I will just take a pair of secateurs and see if I can get anything, and then I'll add it. But that looks quite good if you look at it. I do quite like, I suppose it's a bit different from last year because it's oranges. And I like how wild and wonderful it is, so it's a similar vibe. So here we have our nice big branch, which I've wrapped the lights around, and I added lots of extra foliage too, so it's really full. So it will create kind of an arch, and then I can shove a few bits. I think I'll add some like holly, and like I said, I'll get some berries if I can. Find them tomorrow, but we'll just attach this, I think, with a large bow to the lamp, and then try and attach it on the side so it doesn't fall off. That was very easy, we just used the bow, so it's lower maintenance. Can you see the bow up there? So it's kind of attached to the light, and then attached to, well, that's attached to that little pipe, and that's attached to a little nail. So hopefully it does stay. I do need to make a new door wreath, which I'll do with my mum and sister, because this is an old one. It's like very autumnal, but it still looks good. And I need to swap these with the Christmas trees. Lovely. It's dinner time, so I'm gonna make a curry with sweet potato, chickpeas, Thai, coconut milk, don't know why I said Thai, it's because it says it there, onions, leek, carrot, and lots of yummy spices. So this is gonna be a very cozy, wholesome winter curry, which is kind of all I crave at this time of year, so I'm excited to eat this. Plus it's very easy. I make curries all the time and I don't really overanalyze the ingredients too much. I have this lovely Indian spice tin. I'll link this below because if you like cooking, I'd really recommend getting one. My sister got me one years ago, and I'm trying to remember if my mum already had one, so my sister got me one, or my sister got me one because she thought it was a good idea and then my mum got one because it's so clever. So this is very traditional if you're Indian. You probably recognise it. I've had a few people in my videos go, oh my gosh, you've got an Indian spice tin. But it means you can have all your spices in one place, the ones you use the most. And I've got two of these. One is kind of spices, and then one I use for just miscellaneous. And then I've got more in my other cupboard, but I've got paprika, turmeric, cumin seeds, garam masala, coriander, cumin, and chili in here, so I can use them regularly for all of my curries, and it works really well. So I'm gonna get some ginger as well, actually, and garlic, and I'll show you what I make. I'm gonna start by chopping up all of my veg. So my onion, leek, carrot, and 2 sweet potatoes. So we've got our pan with some hot oil in there. I'm just going to add all of my onions, leeks and carrots. I've done this on the wrong end of the chopping board. Far too small chopping board for this, honestly. Just going to fry these until they're nice and soft. I'm going to grate some frozen ginger. I just love ginger so much. I know lots of people are obsessed with garlic, but I feel like I'm obsessed with ginger. And then some garlic. And now we can add our spices. I'll move it off there a little bit because I'm quite hot. So I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of coriander, a teaspoon of cumin, and quite a large teaspoon of chilli because I don't have any chilies at the minute. And then just fry this off for a minute or two. And I'll add a splash of water if it needs it. And that should smell delightful. I add in my sweet potato, which I've cubed, like, not the smallest, but a little bit smaller than I guess I would. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I've done it like in the middle cubed size, not really tiny, but not big. I just let that get coated in all of that goodness. Now I'm going to add a tin of coconut milk, fill it up again about halfway and pour that in. And then finally I'm going to add in the chickpeas. This is quite a lot of chickpeas, but you can just use a tin, but I have these Bold Bean Co. like larger jars, which I quite like because it means you get more chickpeas, which is great for protein and just feeling more full. I do love chickpeas, but you could swap it for red lentils as well, so it has more of a dal texture. So I think it needs the rest of that water. And then I'm going to season with a teaspoon of salt and some pepper, bring that to a boil. I'll move it over to this is why I love my Arga. I always say to Alex he should use it more, but I think he's intimidated by it. He always uses the hob. Stir that all through. I'm gonna move it over here, but if you have a normal hob, just turn the heat up to bring it to a boil. And then you can reduce it to simmer to cook, but I'm gonna put it into the simmering oven because Argas are slightly different in that you don't really use the top to simmer. I do still do that sometimes, but the simmering oven is for this exact purpose. So you bring this to a boil here. You can make your rice that way too. So you bring it to a boil, put it in the simmering oven, and then it will cook away in there. I'm going to put a lid on it, and then halfway through I'll take the lid off, see how it's looking. And then it just is a very, very lazy meal. So that was so little effort, and this is why I love curries, because you can make curries as complicated or as simple as you like. Obviously there are curries that require a lot more effort, but if you want to just make it really basic and really simple, that's it. So now we can just put this in the oven. And I'm just going to let that do its thing for probably about half an hour. So if you've not got an Arga, just do it on the hob and just put the lid on, let it simmer away until the sweet potato is soft. So that should be like 25-30 minutes, but just keep an eye on it, and then take the lid off, and then it can thicken up a little bit depending on how thick you want your curry. You can go for more of a soupy texture, which I do actually really like, or you can let it thicken up a bit. You could take the lid off a little bit earlier so that it can thicken up and reduce, but very, very basic. I'm going to put some rice on and then do a bit of tidying whilst the sweet potato curry cooks. We just had a Waitrose delivery, so we've got a few bits for the video tomorrow. Some plant chorizo pigs in puffers. So I won't show you the bits we got for tomorrow, but I thought I'd show you kind of like a general weekly shop. We get Riverford on a Tuesday, and then we get Waitrose, or we go into town. It's been a while that I've been to the local health food shop, just because work has been so busy that I started to order from Waitrose, even though I much prefer shopping locally, and that's why I always would advocate for. I also would advocate for mental health and convenience sometimes when you're feeling overwhelmed. So I definitely went through a phase where I was a bit like, I'm really overwhelmed, I just need my food delivery every week so that I can get on with making my recipes and staying on top of my work without feeling like I have to take 2-3 hours out of my week to go to the shops. because sometimes it would take a long time to go to the different shops that would have the different ingredients if I was shopping locally rather than just going to one supermarket. We have got some baked beans because I was really craving baked beans on jacket potato with cheese. So I've got 4 tins because they were on offer. Some avocado. I hate the amount of plastic, but this is what comes with supermarkets. So I've got some frozen raspberries and frozen peas. We've got some coconut milk, organic coconut milk, which I could have used this evening. Some spinach. I might actually throw a handful of this in the curry, much to Alex's dismay. These are the Deliciously Ella salted chocolate dipped almonds. I love these. They're such a great snack mid-afternoon with a cup of coffee. Absolutely love them. Some shallots, because I have this in my omelette every morning. And then we've got some chilies, because Alex has that with his pizza, because we always do pizza on a Friday night. It looks like Alex has added some sweets. These are so good. The Candy Kittens, Wanderlust, Gourmet Chews, and Wild and Free. I remember these ones being particularly good, but I do love sweets, you know. My sweet is on bar chocolate. This is another reason I love to order from Waitrose, because nowhere else does this. And this is my favourite vegan chocolate out, every single one ever. Just absolutely adore it. So we've got some Nush. This is a lovely creamy almond milk spread with live cultures and chive. So delicious, so delicious. And then this is the Cathedral City Mature Cheddar, which also is delicious. These are probably some of the best vegan cheeses. Some tomatoes, Deliciously Ella apple and raisin oat bars. These are so great when you are starving hungry and there's nothing to eat, because they are really tasty and they're just a great energy bar. We've got some choc pots from the Coconut Collab. We've also got the natural coconut yogurt from the Coconut Collab. They now do them in these massive tubs, so I have a big scoop of this in my smoothie in the morning, and I just love that they do these huge tubs, and these have got live cultures in them, so it's good for your gut. We've got a top up of corn flour, yeast. I did not realise it was this small though, I must say. I always do that. Passata, some vegan basil pesto because we just ran out, and some proper chips, salt and vinegar lentil chips. And then I'll show you Riverford when it arrives tomorrow, or yeah, because we're doing the supermarket videos, so maybe I won't show you. No, I won't bother with Riverford, but we've got our vegetables coming with Riverford tomorrow. But I'm going to check on the curry now, take it out and see how it's looking. Oh wow, that smells so nice. Oh my goodness. So I'm just going to get a knife and prod the sweet potato. So the sweet potato is feeling really nice and soft, so I would say that's cooked. So I'm just going to put it back in there with the lid off. I'm going to put a little handful of spinach in. Little handful of spinach, not too much because Alex doesn't love it, but should reduce to nothing really. And then I'm going to put it back in that oven and put the rice on, and then I'll put the rice in the oven with it as well, because rice takes about 20 minutes. Okay, so I don't know how many of you have an Aga, but I'll show you how to make rice on an Aga if you want to know. So I'm doing a cup of rice, and then I'm going to give it a quick wash. So I add the water in, flick it around with my fingers, drain out that starchy water, and then repeat that about 3 or 4 times until the water starts to look less cloudy. That was 4 times. I'm just going to do 1 more because I think I was a bit lazy with the first wash. Didn't wash it enough. Usually it takes about 4. And then I can be quite lazy because I've got a boiling water tap. So I do 1, 2, 3, and 4 because I did double the amount of water to rice. But you can also do the little thumb method, but I obviously don't do that because I use the boiling water. So I popped it on the hob, put a little bit of salt in there, bring it to a boil. Doesn't take very long. Okay, so the rice is now boiling, so I'm going to put the lid on and we can just put this in the simmering oven. I might take out, yeah, I'm going to take this out and just leave it on the top because it's pretty much cooked. So that can simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. The rice is nearly ready, so I'm just going to squeeze in a lemon. Teaspoon of garam masala in. Just look at this rice. Perfect and fluffy rice. Then we have our totally delicious curry for dinner. Can't wait to have this. Let's do a taste test before I sit down to eat it. Creamy and delicious. You're too high up, mate.
It's because you're slouching.
No, I'm lying. I'm not slouching.
Oh.
You got to lie down with me. Roxy is licking my feet. Stop. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I think I have to go change the battery.
Yeah, someone's going to have to.
Oh, well, you're on the outside.
I'll see about that.
Go on, go get the battery. Ow! Why are you sulking?
I'm not sulking.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. Don't touch me.
You're sulking. Oh,
What
dear.
have we got?
Oh dear. What have we got? Okay. Oh, question for the night. Make sure you leave your questions, everyone, because there's actually only a short period of time for us to get the questions.
Yeah.
Because we're filming it a couple of hours after the video's gone live.
Yeah, we filmed them all in advance.
No, we haven't. This is Monday. If you could eat
It's the 30th of November.
If you could eat only one thing on Christmas Day, what would it be? Ooh. It's fortunate that we don't have to choose and we get to enjoy all the lovely treats.
Turkey.
I knew you were going to say that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Because you're a troll.
Pizza.
Stop.
So one thing out of the thing.
See, I'm controversially, I'm a
Please don't say
boxing.
Brussels sprouts.
No, I'm a Boxing Day person rather than a Christmas roast. Like, I do like a Christmas roast, but that's not like the best part to me. The best part is the leftovers the next day, but that's not on Christmas Day. She said on Christmas Day, didn't she?
Cheese.
Yeah, I think I'd agree. So at the end of the night, when you have the plate of like crackers and cheese and then like some chutneys and maybe like a little bit of chocolate. That's too many things. Okay, she's saying, oh, you don't have to choose, you get to enjoy all of them.
Just crackers then.
No, a plate of cheese and crackers counts.
Yeah.
I think I'd agree.
Yeah, because you've had your lunchy dinner at like, I don't know, it depends, 3 o'clock say. And then you don't want another meal, but you want snacks. You've already had a little crisp, so that's when the cheese board, comes into its own.
And like the thing about the cheese board is that you don't have those kinds of cheeses throughout the year, because Alex and I pretty much just exclusively buy the plant-based Cathedral City.
Yeah. Whereas at
and
Christmas,
the Noosh.
we buy the normal Cathedral City.
I knew you were going to say that as well.
You set me up.
I did. But we buy like the different flavours of cheeses that I wouldn't really buy.
But we never spend the money on.
No, we would never bother. So they do like vegan Wensleydale, and then we'll buy there's usually a vegan Mexicana.
Yes.
And then like maybe the fromagerie. Fromagerie.
What did we get last year?
We usually get some ones we don't often have, and then that's quite fun because you don't really do that other times of the year. When I think about it, we ought to have that sometimes, like a little. Yeah,
I want to do the fromagerie. The trouble with a lot of the fancy brands, I feel, is they're always like Camembert, Brie, and they put, at least the ones I've tried, they put so much like artificial truffle oil on that it puts me off and makes me, I don't like the flavour. So we've got to find some really nice ones.
Well, I do like Noosh.
Nourish is really good. Nourish is a different one
Nourish is gross. Noosh is good.
They do a camo, it's fine.
Yeah.
Borsan is also fine. I prefer Noosh.
Noosh is better by far.
Yeah.
Let us know what you would have That's a really good question. And also leave a question for tomorrow.
I thought you were going to say popcorn, actually.
I don't have popcorn on Christmas Day. What are you talking about?
Maybe you do.
Never in my life have I had
Christmas
popcorn.
Day movie.
I've never had. Don't watch Christmas movies on Christmas Day.
No, but when you're an adult, you do.
No.
What? Oh, okay.
No, we don't,
Well, in the
because
daytime, you do.
this is another debate. When I was younger, I wasn't allowed, but we didn't watch Christmas movies on Christmas Day because we
Back
would.
in my day, we couldn't afford TV.
No, everyone's different. It was kind of just like a rule in a way, which is kind of nice. I look back fondly at it.
True.
Because we would wake up, have our like brunch in the morning, which would be like, I don't remember what it was actually, but maybe it was like bagels with salmon and cream cheese, something special like that. And then we would
Why is that Christmassy?
I don't know. Then we would get ready and open our presents, and then usually we'd play with the presents. So if you got a DVD for Christmas, that was the exception to the rule, where you could watch the DVD. Or we'd usually, to be honest, my memories is we would get games. So like for the Dreamcast or PlayStation, so we'd play games, or I don't know, you have clothes, you want to go try your clothes on.
You could play games, but you couldn't watch TV.
Yeah, or like, because it's like there's that interim period between then and when you would have dinner. And then maybe when we got a bit older, my mum started saying, yeah, you can watch a movie in the interim. But I remember that never being really a big part of it. It was usually that we'd want to, like, whatever you got, if I got a book, I'd want to read the book.
I think because we never had like Sky properly, so whatever was on like BBC One or BBC Two in the afternoon was like a movie that you probably hadn't seen before. Maybe like a Pixar or a, what's it called? No, it's not Dreamcast.
Yeah.
It works. So I guess, yeah, we'd watch a bit. You'd watch The Snowman in the morning.
Yeah, like that. I feel like it wasn't like strict, like, oh my God, TV needs to be off. It wasn't like that, because I think my dad probably watched like the Queen's speech and stuff. But it wasn't like a big part of the day. And then in the evening, you'd have dinner at like 3 or 4, and then in the evening you'd like play games, which was always fun too. And then maybe, but I just don't feel like it was usually Boxing Day was the day that you would stay in your pajamas, come down and just snack all day and just literally be horizontal on the sofa watching movies.
Did you not go into separate rooms from the rest of your family
No.
on Boxing Day?
Well, yeah, we would you have some time on your own, but I don't know if you wanted to play your game or something, but I feel like me and Charlie would just lie in the living room and watch a movie.
Boxing Day food's better, you're right. To answer the question...
Sorry, I just told you my
long.
Christmas day. Please tell me your Christmas day. Because Alex, you had your Christmas dinner like in the evening rather than in the day.
Well, dinner.
Yeah. And Alex would have like canapes and bellinis and stuff. We never had that. We would just have like, I don't know, packet of crisps.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to save it for the dinner.
You'd have crisps, yeah, but I think like we'd have like onion bhaji's.
Yeah, we
and
never had
samosas
any of
and
that.
Spring rolls. Like,
No.
Why not? That's the best food.
I mean, yeah, we do it now in like...
Yeah.
Because I've hosted Christmas the last 3 years here. This year we're not hosting. We're going to my mum's just so I can have a bit of a break because it's quite intense hosting. So I'm doing vlogmas. So this year I was like, I'm not sure. My mum was like, I'm happy to do it. So probably we'll do it next year after again. But now we have the canapes and the bits because it's kind of like your tradition, and I really love that. I think it's so good. And we probably have dinner a little bit later, haven't we? We've had it like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock ish.
Oh, what I forgot to get for this video, because they do vegan smoked salmon, you know, the Squeaky Bean Company.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that. That would have been fun. Never mind. I do like that a lot. Even the.
Oh yeah, I was going to say now we definitely, because our Christmas there's more of us here than when I was growing up, and it's like your family too.
Yeah.
I think last year we did watch a movie at the end of the evening, or we watched one at some point in the day when I was cooking.
I just remember, like, I feel like I came in and maybe my dad and your dad were asleep on the sofa, and it was like "It's a Wonderful Life" was on.
Was that on Christmas Day though? Maybe.
Oh, it's on one of the, you know, like
I feel like it was Boxing Day.
cinema channels. They also,
Anyway,
it happened on Boxing Day as well.
that was quite a cute chat about Christmas.
But Boxing Day has the football on.
I hate that. I hate that because that just takes off a portion of Boxing Day and you were watching the football.
Yeah.
And we should all be watching a Christmas
Shrek
film.
the Halls.
No, we should be watching like The Holiday.
Elf 2.
Or Elf, or The Grinch, or It's a Wonderful Life.
3
or Home Alone 3.
came out in 1997.
Or something like, I feel like The Sound of Music or The Wizard of Oz
So, yeah,
are like Christmassy movies because they're always
Sound
on.
of Music's always on at Christmas
Yeah.
for some reason.
Anyway, it's time for me to go to bed. I'm well and truly snuggled up.
Going to bed here.
Sometimes I'm tempted because I can't be bothered to move my body upstairs.
I slept here the other night. It's nice.
Oh my God, Alex did, yeah. He fell asleep. I woke up. It's because your dad was here. His dad just came down, and I think that was the evening I didn't drink, and you had a bottle of wine at dinner.
Yeah.
And then you had a bottle of wine when you get home, so you had...
Shouldn't have opened a bottle of wine.
So you had like a whole bottle of wine to yourself. And I woke up at 2 a.m. and Alex wasn't there, and I was like, where is Alex? Ran downstairs, came downstairs, and he was
You
fast
probably
as...
did. You're
No,
probably
I did.
panicking.
No, I wasn't. I knew what happened.
Okay.
Came downstairs, all the lights were on. Your dad had gone to bed.
He got to bed, so I come and sat on this sofa, and then the fire was on.
But you were sat in a really funny way. You had your hand on your face, but it was all like this. So you were all like squished up.
Did you take a picture?
I should have done. I think I was too tired. I think I was like, why are
Oh,
you
yeah.
downstairs?
Probably didn't have your phone, did you?
I was like, come to bed, Alex. And you were like, yeah.
That's
I
the
fell
worst,
asleep.
waking up and then having to clean your teeth.
Imagine
In the
having
middle
to
of the
take your makeup off.
Oh.
That's why for half of my adult life I used face wipes.
Oh, yeah.
Only into my mid-20s did I start actually using
Contact. They might
face
I
wash.
fell asleep wearing contact lenses when I was young.
Gosh, we can just talk and talk and talk, can't we?
Yeah. I hope this video isn't too long. It probably is. 10 minutes. All right, turn it off.
This is why we're married, because we can just chat away with each other.
Gosh.
I made that-
But we're chatting about stuff we've already talked about so many times. Like,
Yeah.
when I
ma-
was young, we didn't have the TV at Christmas. I'm only 32.
The video I made where I did that kind of awkward, we've been together for 14 years and we have nothing left to talk about, and the amount of people who thought we were being deadly serious.
And that is the case sometimes.
But as in, like, it was a joke. The video was a joke. I think I saw similar videos. I thought it was very funny. But the amount of people who took it really seriously and were like, this is a sign for divorce. if may this love never find me. If this happens to me, I could think of nothing worse. But then lots of people were laughing on and then along, and then lots of people were also saying, I love that I can just be silent with my partner.
Well, that's what I like, yes.
Yeah.
If I'm just enjoying a meal or some, like a glass of wine.
Especially on holiday, when you've been together all the time, you can just sit and enjoy dinner and not blabbering on if you don't want to. Or you just do this where you just chat about nothing. Chat. I was going to say chat, but I'm trying not to swear as much because I feel like sometimes I swear on my channel.
What was it? What are you going to swear?
Chat. Shit.
Oh.
Bobby's come to join us.
You've been talking
She's saying shut
for
up.
so long. It's very,
Shut up.
it's very orange in here.
We're up to episode 3 of Harry Potter.
Revenge of the Sith.
We're not quite keeping up with Vlogmas because it's Vlogmas Day. Oh no, we are on Vlogmas Day 3.
Yeah.
So we have. We watched one a day. We're not going to watch all of this tonight.
No. Bye. You go to bed.
Bye.
And, also, if you could tidy up in the morning.
Everyone's loving your beard.
Oh. I don't know. I've got this patch.
That no one sees the patch, hun.
If I'm sat like that.
Good night, Bobby.
Good night. I was going to shave it off, but you told me not to, so.
No, he's not allowed. Anyway, we need to stop talking.
I'm not keeping it. 'cause
Good
I think it
night.
looks good. Good night.